Welcome to the video, everyone. Thanks for joining me today. So I don't really know where to start with this video. I actually recorded a video about 3 weeks ago and chose not to upload it. At the time, I didn't have enough information to give you guys a full picture of the effect this was going to have on Amazon, and I wanted to wait until I had a little bit more information and we were able to see how this virus was tackled by China mainly. And we're in a position now where there's a lot more information that I can share with you guys about the effect that this is going to have on Amazon. Let me know your thoughts on this video, right? When you finish the video, it's one of the most important videos I will ever post on my YouTube channel at this time. Comment below and let me know what you think. Let me know what you think about what I think. Let me know if you've thought of something that I've missed, and make sure that you hit that thumbs up button. I just want to mention, guys, that paramount and above everything else, public safety, public health, making sure that we are safe is the most important thing. And I'm not going to start talking about that because I am not a health official. I'm not a professional. I'm not going to put out advisories to you guys. But the government, Boris Johnson, released a press statement yesterday with lots of advisories and guidance for everyone to stay safe. So I'll link that in the description below. But this video is going to be looking at the effect that it's had on Amazon FBA. What situation has it left everyone in who is either an existing seller or who is looking to start selling? Now, it's probably not what you think, and the information that I've got for you guys has been extracted from credible sources, and I'm going to include those articles below so you can refer back to them and you can have a look at what's been said and how things are panning out. So from a business perspective, one of the first things I wanted to look at firstly was how this has highlighted our vulnerability, okay? If you are, at the moment, if you are working in a restaurant or if you own a restaurant, my brother owns a restaurant in our local town, this is a worrying time, a turbulent time where, especially when government guidance and advice now has suggested and strongly advised people not to go to these places, they could well shut them down for a number of weeks. It's extremely worrying. I hope that they are able to provide the support to the hospitality industry and to all other industries, the NHS, everything they need to keep these organizations and businesses afloat, because it is extremely worrying for these businesses. But as an online entrepreneur, as an FBA seller, it's quite different to that. With more people being told to stay at home, more people quarantining themselves, with people being more, taking more precautions and staying indoors more than usual, online sales on Amazon are surging. And again, articles will be linked below for this. They've employed, Amazon FBA or Amazon have employed 100,000 distribution workers to cope with this surge of sales on Amazon. So you can imagine, guys, if you're stuck at home, what are you going to be doing? You're going to be shopping online more so than if you were out at work and you were busy doing this, that, and the other. So that's one of the first things that I wanted to mention. In terms of its direct impact on sales, I have seen an increase in sales. Students have seen an increase in sales as well. That means that I haven't got that vulnerability. Being able to work from home, being able to start an online business myself has put me in a very solid and stable position from a business perspective whilst this pans out. One of the biggest worries and effects, I suppose, that the coronavirus has had on Amazon FBA is the supply chain and factories being closed. Now, I've had students who have had issues with getting their products shipped over, delays, right? China, for the last 3 to 4 weeks, has been under strict quarantine. 30 million people have been under quarantine, strict measures from government, which has now been lifted, right? They're starting to send people back to work. Factories are reopening in China. Although it's gradual, it is being pushed by government to be expedited. They are one of the biggest economies in the world, and they can't just shut down forever. The number of cases and new cases that are popping up in China have drastically reduced to a point where they say it is in large part under control. just because factories have reopened doesn't mean that your supplier is going to be able to get your goods to you right this second. They might, your particular supplier might not have reopened to full capacity. They might not have reopened at all. But at this stage, when we are sourcing our products on Alibaba, we have thousands of different suppliers that we can choose from. There's not just one. So if you're a new seller who's looking to start soon and your supplier is telling you that there's another week or 2 weeks backlog before their production will be able to start, then you can look elsewhere. You can look for other suppliers and you can try and source your product somewhere else. To say it hasn't had an impact on Amazon FBA would be wrong. It certainly has had an impact. There has been difficulty with students getting products shipped over because of those strict quarantine measures and factories shutting down. But they are now beginning to reopen and they're being pushed to reopen within the safe parameters of what the government has set out. Again, it highlights the vulnerability that we have as human beings within our workplace and gives you more incentive to want to start an online business where you're not going to be affected as much by things like this. And taking something away from this video, we've got choices now. When we're at this stage, when we have been told and advised to do this, that, and the other by government, we can do one of two things, right? We can worry, we can panic, we can sit in a dark room and not do anything, just like people were doing when Brexit all kicked off, and I was having messages flowing through: should I start? Should I not? Should I start an online business? When things are all up in the air, and the people who took action during that stage and who persevered and who followed through with their passion and their real willingness and want to start something new, they are doing extremely well now. I have students who started throughout that turbulent time when Brexit was going on, and they are now fully fledged sellers making thousands of pounds a month on Amazon. And I strongly believe that this is another one of those situations, putting aside all the bad, taking something good from it, and instead of burying your head in the sand and worrying and thinking, I'm just going to wait and just think of another excuse not to start something like this, I think it's an opportunity to do something great. It's an opportunity, whilst you are possibly stuck at home on your laptop, that you can look into this business model or any other business model that you're looking to explore, whether it be Amazon FBA, dropshipping, retail arbitrage, whatever it is that you're looking to do. I think that to take something positive out of this is a good thing. And it's the perfect opportunity to start looking into creating an online business for all the reasons that I've just mentioned. So yeah, things have been crazy, and I hope everyone stays safe and looks after themselves and looks after others, especially the most vulnerable. If you've got someone old, elderly or sick living next door to you, ask them if you can go and do their shopping. If you've got their phone number, ring them up and ask them if there's anything that you can do to make their life a little bit brighter and a little bit better. Because we've all got to look out for ourselves in a situation, a scenario like this. Hope you guys found that helpful. Let me know if I missed anything in the comment section below. I know you guys will have a lot of questions and I want to answer them for you all. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.